Easy Red 2 boasts an impressive arsenal for a game of its scale and development. By my own count, there are 78 distinct small arms in the game, not including the M60, but including those added in expansions. To put that number in perspective, Call of Duty World at War, a game most enthusiasts of Easy Red are quite familiar with, has about 31 small arms, so Easy Red is quite well off, and considering how often new weapons are randomly added, we can expect to see this number increase even more. However, it goes without saying that some weapons are better than others. The disparity can sometimes be so great that it becomes immediately noticeable through gameplay. This presentation will cover what I believe to be the 5 worst firearms in Easy Red 2, one from each class excluding submachine guns, as I find them all to be mostly equal in capability. With no further delay, we will begin with bolt-action rifles. Despite the infamy of this rifle due to its involvement in CIA operations during the Cold War, the Carcano easily serves as the worst manual action rifle in the game. Spanning 3 different lengths, while the variants of the Carcano look distinct from one another, their differences beyond that are negligible. The damage profile is pitiful, and very often a body shot will not even down an opponent, leaving you vulnerable while you chamber the next round. The sights are awful to use, and the on-block clip system makes partial reloads tedious and time-consuming, far outweighing the benefits of a single extra round over its competition. This rifle is better left dropped for a German or British equivalent, depending on the campaign. The place for the worst autoloading rifle goes to a German weapon, the Gewehr 41. A more rare weapon, this rifle is currently only found in the Kos and Stalingrad campaigns. It features a 10-round magazine fired in a semi-automatic system. However, unlike every other self-loading rifle, it does not feature detachable magazines or clips. Rather, it makes use of a top-off loading system similar to most bolt-action rifles, with stripper clips being used on a completely empty magazine. However, this means in any other instance, when reloading the character will insert a round at a time, which can be incredibly time-consuming when reloading a nearly empty magazine. While it is better than a bolt-action rifle, a Soviet SVT-40 is an enticing find over the Gewehr. Another example from Italy, the entry for light machine guns is the Breda M30. Like the American BAR, the Breda fills less of a light machine gun role due to its pitiful magazine size of 20, and doctrinally feels more like an automatic rifle. This works well for the BAR, given its high-powered 30-06 cartridge and quickly reloading box magazines, but neither of these can be said for the Italian machine gun. The Breda fires the same underpowered 6.5 by 52mm cartridge as the Carcano, and feeds from agonizingly slow-to-reload 20-round clips. When also considering the blocky sights and jumpy recoil without a bipod, it might even be preferable to drop this weapon for a rifle instead. While anti-tank weapons vary greatly depending on the time frame of design and country of origin, most manifest themselves in the form of a high-caliber rifle. The Panzerbuchse 39 is no exception, though it is very ineffective in its intended role. Instead of being a magazine-fed like all other anti-tank rifles, it fires in a breech-loading single-shot manner, leading to a painfully slow rate of fire. The penetration, even for an anti-tank rifle, is poor as well, at a measly 31mm. In the campaigns this rifle is featured in, it often cannot even scratch the most commonly encountered enemy tanks, meaning in these situations, your AT grenades or a stationary gun would prove much more effective. Finally, we end off with pistols, and this one is unlike any others of its class. The Obrez, for the uninitiated, is a sawn-off Mosin-Nagant rifle in order to fill a compact role in a time when traditional handguns were in short supply. It features an identical action to the full-length rifle, including the slow manual cycling and minuscule 5-round magazine. While its lethality are unmatched compared to other sidearms, in typical Easy Red 2 gameplay, most handguns are deployed in a frantic manner, where a rapid semi-automatic pistol would prove much more useful than a less accurate version of a standard-issue rifle. Finally, the Obrez literally has no iron sights, so you're essentially shooting blind. Overall, a hilarious but ineffective sidearm. That concludes what I consider to be 5 of the worst weapons in Easy Red 2. This presentation is not meant to be taken seriously, nor do I necessarily believe any of these weapons need to be buffed or rebalanced. Most of the negative properties of these firearms are inherent and historical, and I commend the developers for taking that risk to ensure historical authenticity. As for Easy Red 2, it goes a long way for the immersiveness of the experience. It is almost a certainty that a presentation on the 5 best weapons of the game will be created as I continue expanding my roster of Easy Red content on this channel.